Hello and welcome to ApocralyphFilms 2026 through 2027 roadmap. I hope you've enjoyed 1823 as one of many projects to come. In today's video, I plan to go over the various projects I have planned, so we're all in the same boat. With 1823 out of the way, my next big release is an interview with a local director to my town and his journey as a filmmaker. As for machinima projects, I am very proud to announce that we have no shortage of projects lined up for this year. A few standalones, a continuation, an adaptation, and finally some series-based content. Let's start with the standalone project like Grimbor. Grimbor is based on a dream I had a very long time ago where 3 teams of professional hunters compete on a dangerous planet to collect artifacts and hunt the monstrous inhabitants. This machinima will not be based in Halo continuity or lore, and it's of my own design. And I've had the specs for it written up for a very long time. I've just never gotten around to really producing it, and this project will be on hold until some of my other smaller projects get put out there. The next standalone project, which is temporarily coined as The Hike, a title that I'm not very proud of, and I'm open to suggestions, is a horror-themed machinima which is projected to be the same duration as the Package Act 1, so 10-15 minutes long. The Hike follows Laura, an avid outdoors woman who goes on a hike in the Appalachian Mountains when something goes horribly, horribly wrong. So this project is cryptid-based. I've looked through YouTube, and there's a whole lot of, zombie apocalypse, Halo machinimas, and then there's, a whole bunch of, Covenant and Invasion, and then there's some standalone stuff. And what I mean by standalone is stuff that's not affiliated with Halo, but just uses the Halo engine to make their machinimas. But there's not really a whole lot of, cryptid or monsterverse kind of stuff in Halo for machinima, specifically because the engine is limited to what the engine is capable of doing. For The Hike, I would love to use modded game modes for player scaling to make creatures look bigger or smaller, or humans look bigger or smaller, yada yada yada. The continuation project, as people may have guessed, is the Package Act 2. Act 2 will be the final installment of this 2-part series. And without going into too much detail in regards to storyline and script, I'm just going to say that there is a twist to Act 2 that the audience will likely not see coming. So far, I'm very proud of the Package Act 2 script as it's coming along, and I hope you guys will enjoy it as it comes. The Package Act 2 is going to be my next project after The Hike is released to the channel. Taking a step through time to remember the channel's roots as a clan content channel, 2 series that I'm proud to announce are Rise of the Apocralyphs, which is going to be a dramatized series about our clan's creation in 2012 and the various clan wars of that era, as well as the Apocryphan Civil War, which will go into detail about the Third Leadership's coup and the war with the Loyalists and the Idealists. I'll be going into more detail about perspectives on both sides throughout this project. These 2 projects I intend to milk out for a long time, as there is a ton of clan lore history that I've written down over the years, and I'm very stoked to be able to make this into a machinima miniseries. Coming much later into the year, likely even into 2027, is a project that I am absolutely fanatically stoked about being able to do, and that is the adaptation of Oscar Johnson's Castle 3 series, originally found on stickpage.com. If you haven't checked it out already, I highly recommend it. It is a awesome stick figure animation, and it's one that I grew up with. It is totally awesome. It's dark gothic fantasy. It is so cool, and I've always wanted to recreate or at least make an adaptation of that onto Halo, using the pilot haunted helmet for the zombies and then a couple of other goofy things. But I finally got permission from Deletion Quality Productions to make this adaptation, and I am absolutely ecstatic to try and get this going. But like I said at the start, this likely won't be conceptualized until late into 2026, maybe even 2027. The final project to be talked about is something that I believe will be ApocralyphFilms' crowning jewel, is my Prophecy series based on a dream. This project will be at least a 5-part installment with, fingers crossed, feature-length duration for each part. Prophecy is not based in Halo lore or continuity or even clan content, but is set in its own universe that leans heavily into good and evil dynamics of Christian mythology, of angels, demons, and monsters. And it's something that I've had written on the back burner for a very long time. I've got a ton of detail that's already into it, so if I just start writing scripts, it's going to be an absolute blast. I intend to make each installment of Prophecy its own feature-length film. Like I said, Prophecy I intend to be the ApocralyphFilms' crown jewel of our content, and that most likely will be the last series project that I work on and will likely go into 2027. And there you have it, the complete 2026 to 2027 roadmap for ApocralyphFilms. I'd like to thank those new and old for taking this wild journey with me, and I hope to see you in the next one.
Subscribe to ApocralyphFilms.